Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Primus Day, whatever it is you were celebrating at this time of year. Have a good one, have an enjoyable one. If you're not celebrating anything, you are just nothing more than a Scrooge McDuck. This video, which isn't a Colin Baker video, I was promising at the end of my last YouTube video, is my Christmas quiz for 2014. My second annual one, this time done as a video, rather than a prose piece, to see how it goes, trying something a bit different. The other difference from last year is that there are no prizes, because I've not been together enough to think of any. You're probably thinking, well, he was at an event with Bob Budiansky earlier in the year. He could have just got him to sign some things and given them away as a prize. But that would involve me being much smarter than I actually am. So instead, just for fun, 10 questions, and I actually have a script. A script for the first time ever. You wouldn't guess from the way this is going so far, but yes, it's a carefully polished, amazingly written piece of work where even the mistakes and errors that you have heard so far have been carefully written out. It's an amazing piece of work. I will read out each question once. You can always pause the video between each question, or stop the video after all the 10 questions, so as to have a bit of a think. Hopefully not. If anybody cheats, I will know. I will find out. Then I will read out the answers. It's really that simple. It's an incredibly sophisticated piece of filmmaking. So, all the questions cover the period that I've covered on my blog in 2014. That is from the end of 2006 through to the start of Ladies' Night. So, that's quite a good 12-month period. I've tried to cover as much of the period as I can with these questions. And have a bit of fun doing the other things I've covered as well. So, let's get started. Have your thinking hat on. And let's go. Question 1. In Decepticon Graffiti, small boy Noah is wearing a t-shirt that had to be changed for legal reasons in the IDW reprint. What was on that t-shirt originally? Question 2. In Heavy Traffic, Optimus Prime is injected with a Cerebro shell in a wound in his side. How did he receive this wound in the British stories? And how did he receive this in the original American series? Question 3. In the 1986 annual story, To a Power Unknown, Starscream's radio picks up a variety of British radio and television programmes. What are they? Question 4. What was the name of the new species of evil robots introduced in the final issue of Transformers in 3D? Question 5. What were the names of Cindy's briefly seen fellow geologists who were rescued by Ultra Magnus in Burning Sky? Yeah, quite excited, halfway through now. How do you think you're doing? Oh, that badly. Question 6. Where does Wild Bill come from according to the Action Force comic? Question 7. Which term, coined during Target 2006, was Rodimus very self-satisfied about coming up with in the IDW comic More Than Meets the Eye, issue 35, last month? Question 8. What long-standing member of the human supporting cast makes his last appearance in a Bob Budiansky written story in Buster Witwicky and the Car Wash of Doom? Question 9. What was the name of Ethan's colleague in After Death who tells him there's more interesting things to do to relax than play computer games? Question 10. Which two Autobots put out of commission during Target 2006 are back in action in the 1986 Christmas story, The Gift? There we go, 10 questions. Last year, some people said the questions were too hard. A sensible person would have listened to that, made them slightly easier. If anything, I've tried to make them slightly harder by reading them out with my comedy voice. If you want, you can stop the video now and or pause it and come back after you've thought through what the answers might be. You need to come back at 6 minutes, if you can remember that. And whilst you're all having a think, I would just like to say, look at my tiny, tiny Christmas tree. Look at that. I am literally the Tiny Tim of Transformers fandom, living in poverty with my wonky wardrobe still and my jumper I wear in every video because I don't have another jumper. Truly, I get the tiny violins out, people, for my tragic life. No, not really. It's quite a good life. I've got a Dalek jumper. What more does one need? I should probably also say at this point that in 2015 there will probably, all be well, a book version of the blog. Either the first third of it, up to Wanting Galvatron Dead and Alive, or the first half of it, up to around enemy action, just sort of depending on how the page count would work out. Such a thing, there's an awful lot of words there. I think it would definitely have to be 2 volumes, which was why we'll be doing one now, so to speak. The plan is hopefully to sort of have it ready for auto assembly, so I can just give out copies to random people. It probably won't be me, probably be next Christmas or even the Christmas after, but that's sort of what I'm aiming for. It's going to be self-published, it's going to be entirely for vanity, mainly because as this blog is going to be my most sustained and longest lasting writing project, and it'd be nice to have it in some sort of physical form sitting on my shelf. 2 nice books, hopefully. But I would like to think some of you would be interested in that. Probably for charity, if I think it's likely that any copies will sell other than to me. Not really put any thought to it beyond that I'm going to do it yet, so who knows what we can end up with. That is the plan. So do look out for that. I'd expect progress reports as I go along. Also next year is the 30th anniversary of Man of Iron, which means it's 30 years of original British Transformers stories, and I will also reach that halfway point of Transformation. That sort of 6.5 year project, I will be passing that halfway post. So there's going to be a lot of exciting things I will be celebrating and promoting and hauling myself about in 2015. Also, Auto Assembly, I've booked my ticket for next year's convention. So if you're thinking of going or are going and you see me, I want to see you. Come and say hi. As Time Lord on Twitter will be able to tell you. And if you come up to me and say hello, I will pretend I know who you are until it becomes blatantly obvious that I don't really know who you are, and you have to explain to me who you are, and it becomes very embarrassing. So what more fun could you have at a weekend in Birmingham than that? So that little advert over, time for the answers to the questions. If you stop the video, welcome back. Hope you listened to the advert rather than skipping past it. So here we go. Answers. Question 1. In Decepticon Graffiti, small boy Noah was originally wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt that IDW had to recolour to remove Spider-Man because, of course, they don't own or have the rights to use the likeness of Spider-Man in their comics. Question 2. In heavy traffic, the wound into which the cerebro shell is injected in the British stories, that was a result of him being clawed by a monkey man when he was in the limbo dimension in Target 2006, as revealed during a flashback in issue 100. In the original American series, that was the result of him being injured rescuing Skids during command performances. Because there were more original British stories between those two adventures where his wound was healed, the British series had to injure him again for continuity. Question 3. In To a Power Unknown, Starscream's radio picks up on Coronation Street, Doctor Who, and the Jerry Davis Radio 1 show. Question 4. The new race of evil alien robots introduced in the final issue of Transformers in 3D are the hugely imaginatively named Destructons. Who would have thought that series would end after 3 issues with such blazing cleverness like that on display? Question 5. Cindy's 2 fellow geologists, who were rescued by Ultra Magnus at the start of Burning Sky and then not seen again, are called Judy and Kareen. Question 6. According to the Action Force comic, Wild Bill comes from Hull. Of course. Question 7. The term from Target 2006 introduced into More Than Meets the Eye issue 35 by a very smug Rodimus via James Roberts was time jump. Question 8. The member of the human supporting cast who makes his last appearance in a Bob and Buddy Ansky written story in Buster Witwicky and the Car Wash of Doom was, of course, G.B. Blackrock. Question 9. Ethan's colleague, who is blatantly flirting with him when she's going, "Hey Ethan, there's more interesting things you can do than play on computers." That's how she said it, I imagine. That's the voice I hear in my head when I read that story. Her name was Margaret. Presumably she followed up by making a comment about ethics in games journalism. Yeah, a little topical joke there. That's the way I roll. I'm up to date. And question 10. The 2 Autobots put out of commission in Target 2006 who are back in the gift are Jazz and Trailbreaker. Well, how do you think you did? Did you get all of them right? Some of them? None of them? Did one person get all 10 again? To be honest, if you got none of them right, I like you better than the person who will have got all 10. I hate that person. I wish they'd stop playing. But I love you all. Because it's Christmas, and Christmas is the time when you have to love everybody, whether you really like them or not. So that's the end of this relatively short by my standards video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was coherent. And I hope you got at least one question right, so that you can feel that small sense of pride as you head into Christmas. My next video, it will be the Colin Baker one. Definitely this time, honest Governor comes on her. And join me every Friday, usually, for the Transformation Project. If you didn't get any of the questions right, and you've no idea what Transformers UK is, well, reading my website probably won't help you, but read the British Transformers comics, and then read my website, and you'll be a richer and happier person in your life and in yourself. Absolutely, that's a guarantee. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will see you all in 2015.